Welcome to AHA Math and Science. In today's video, we'd like to discuss the price action of Netflix. So here is a daily chart of Netflix share price. It's really kind of a very impressive performance over the past 20 years also. So here's some kind of quick facts about the company. So its annual revenue increased from $153 million in 2002 to over $30 billion in the past year. So that's an impressive, actually more than 200-fold increase for over 20 years. And then also still kind of seeing a growth in the number of subscribers. So that number increased from 25.7 million from in 2012 to 230 million in the past year. So that's almost like a 10-fold increase from 25.7 million to 230.7 million. And I personally think that the story of Netflix is not over, and there's still a lot of potential, especially in the overseas market, for the company to get more subscribers. And as a result, you can see the company has rewarded its shareholders very nicely. So from a close of $1.21 on May 19th, 2002 to now just the recent close of about $330. That's an impressive more than 200-fold increase over roughly 20 years. Very, very nice. Now, just this past week, Netflix released its recent quarter results. The numbers are pretty weak, so the share price is not kind of doing well. And so this really kind of remains like a question from the low that it made in 2022, which is past year. It really kind of marks a new start for the share price for the company, or maybe there will be more downside room to come before a true kind of new start sets in. So this is something that actually was discussing, and I try to kind of see that if we can answer this question doing some short thinking, quick thinking about these questions. So first, we take a sort of a trend analysis. So when the price is plotted on a log scale versus time, if the company, the investment is really kind of follow the compounding formula, then we expect the share price kind of more or less follow a straight line. And that's based on basically a regression analysis. And indeed, it looks like the share price does kind of go up and down, but it generally kind of follow this red line. That red line is a trend line, it's a straight line with the R-squared value of 0.94. So R-squared value is a measure in regression fit, how good the fit is to describe the data points. So when R-squared value is 1, that means it's a perfect fit. So all the data points kind of follow the trend line well. Here, 0.94 is actually very decent. And you can see that really the data points, the share price kind of goes up and down, but it's just really kind of moving around the trend line. And we also note the average annual return once you do this analysis is 38.4%. That's very impressive. And just kind of side note, whenever the average annual return is 26%, exact 26%, then you will get the investment. It's going to become have a 10-fold increase every 10 years. So that basically means in 10 years, you get 10-fold increase. Then in 20 years, you can get a 100-fold increase. Very impressive. And this Netflix, is even doing that better than this because this is more than 26%. And these two pink lines are two standard deviation above and the two standard deviation below the red trend line. And the statistical analysis says there's a 95% probability for the price to fall between plus and minus 2 sigma. So very rarely the price kind of goes above the 2 sigma trend line or goes below the 2 sigma trend line. And we do see that sometimes it goes below it. So these are the case here. Right, not long after the IPO, and then this is end of 2008, beginning of 2009, kind of doing the bear market. And then this third case happened in the middle of 2012. And then just recently we see in 2022, we see the price dipped below the 2 sigma trend line and then rebounded. In fact, in any of these cases, once it's dipped below the 2 sigma trend line, it does not need to kind of stay there long, and then it just kind of rebounds and rebound here and rebound here and also rebound here. But one thing we do notice is the rebound is actually slightly different. This rebound is a lot more kind of struggling, so the slope is not as steep as these 3 cases. In fact, in these 3 cases, the slope, the rebound, has exactly the same slope, and they're very sharp. But this is not as sharp as here. So if you look at the other cases and look at the other rebounds, and you want to see that if there's other cases actually have a rebound that have the same slope as this one, and we just find one that is right at here. That's actually when the price kind of goes below the negative 1 standard deviation trend line and then rebounded. But the slope is exactly the same as this. You can see it's also very struggling, just like here. It's not a very kind of clean rebound, but it's very struggling. So the slope is kind of smaller. It's a weak rebound, and you see what happens afterwards. It kind of did some consolidation, and then it had a kind of very sharp drop. Right now, it seems like here we are also kind of having some consolidation for the share price. So if history is any guide, we need to be really careful that maybe we're going to also see some kind of sharp drop. And guess what? This is exactly doing the 2008, 2009 bear market. So maybe some smart investor of Netflix knows that, there could be an upcoming bear market. They don't really kind of want to bet big on the share price. And this is really kind of interesting. So we should be really kind of like watching for that. So a very weak rebound, and then coupled with the macro environment, when we know that a recession is coming, and perhaps we have not seen the low of the bear market yet, and all of this seems like suggest they kind of all point to the same thing. So let's look at take a close look of the comparison between the current price action and the one happened in 2008 and 2009. At that time, you can see, the price went down in a bear market and rebound very sharply, and then consolidate. So you can see that, during the rebound, it went above the 200-day moving average, which is the green line. Same thing happened. It dropped very sharply, very severe bear market for the share price, and then rebound, and then went above the 200-day moving average, which is this green line. And now it's kind of doing consolidation, just like here. Went above the 200-day moving average and consolidation. And then during the final leg of the bear market, it dropped precipitously. And you can also draw this trend line, which is kind of connecting the low with the high low here. So that kind of is the general pattern we are seeing. It seems this pattern kind of really repeats here. So if we actually draw the same sort of the quick drop and the bottom trend line here, this is what we will have. And so this is the exact same line, same slope, same length, same line. And this is what we kind of, if history is any guide, from what we already kind of see the pattern, from what we already see the similarity between these two patterns, if something like this is going to happen, the Netflix share price is going to be really least testing this level at here, which is around $200. It's still going to be higher than the low it made in 2022 past year. But it's going to be significantly lower than the $330 that we have here. We have seen now. So it's going to be about like a 30% drop from the current level. So this is something we need to watching for, and especially given that we are seeing that the macro is not that great, and you can see that it's really kind of surprising that the similarity between these two patterns, and kind of like coupling with the fundamentals of the bigger economic fundamentals, and then the specific price action of this company, we really just have to kind of keep an eye on the possibility of the share price could do another high low test, retest of the previous low. So in the long term, I think that this is still a great company. There's a lot of growth potential ahead, and this could actually, for long-term investors, could be a really kind of good entry point, because if he does do this retesting, it's going to really kind of set a very strong foundation for a new start to begin. Once this high low is, once we see the high low, for the share price. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and found the information presented here kind of interesting. Again, your support really kind of means a lot. So please do not forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.